10 years ago? I believe it was 10 years ago. I know it was at least 10 years ago because I was in my first truck then. Yeah. This little young whippersnapper. Whatever the hell that means. What the hell is this thing talking about? Rate exceeds the limit of the road. I'm like, what? No, not me. However, I'm going to put that in here. Wait, I got to put that in here. Where the heck I'm at. Share that. And then copy. PSD, PSD. Or PTSD. Whatever the hell they call it. Well, you're out in the intersection. Come on. Ellie. Ellie, where's everybody else? Ellie, were you just in here and then left and then came back? I believe it was 10 years ago. Uh, the Flying J, I just left, and I had gotten a wash out at this truck wash right here, this blue beacon. 10 years ago, a tornado touched down right to my right, literally, and it smashed up the Schneider yard right here. It stacked up trailers. It was throwing trailers across the highway. It was totally crazy. That's what that link is that I posted at the beginning there. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'm just glancing at the chat. I really can't read it. But it tore the Kenworth yard up here, but not as bad as it tore up the Schneider yard. I'm headed to Laredo. O Dalay! Yep, I'll be down there before the end of the day and shut down and go across the border and get some real Mexican food for dinner. Oh yeah, you go down there and have the food down there. You won't eat at Taco Bell or any of that other crap because that's what it is. It's crap. There's a big difference. Hey Ryan, hang on. Hey guys, hang on. Let me get it here. Uh, Come on, man. What's the difference with my thumb touching it or my index finger touching it? It's as finicky as a woman. There you go. There's the dream yard thing. I got to tell you about this. And the only reason why I started this live stream is because of my location. There's a lot that happened around here. All right. Let's see here. Thanks for joining, Ryan.
That's all right. No problem. I've got nothing to do, so Might as well.
Yeah. Can you see the other link that I posted at the beginning before Ellie came in?
I can. I've saved it to my watch later list.
Okay, you got to watch that because
Yeah,
that tornado I was in.
yeah. I thought it was.
Yeah, that was about. I believe my math is correct. It was about 10 or 11 years ago.
Yeah,
And
it was.
oh, okay. Because I was
Yep.
watching trailers being thrown across the highway, and I was hearing slamming and banging, but I didn't see the tornado initially. I was like, "What the hell?"
Yeah. Right. Let's get out of here. No, I've just been to the store, so.
Oh shoot! I forgot to put that in the title. I'm gonna
Oh.
I'm gonna be going through Waco, where the Branch Davidian shootout was with the government. Then our government murdered all those religious people,
Yeah.
and that's why that's what Waco stands for. We ain't coming out.
Yeah. Well, did I hear that you're on the way to Nuevo Laredo?
Yep. O Dalay.
O Dalay!
Oh yeah. Every time I get the Laredo load, I'm like, yes, I'm gonna have some real Mexican food.
Yeah, nice. So you're going to go over to Mexico, are you?
Well, I'll have to take a bus with all the other drivers. There's some people that I hope they still offer that service. You know, they'll have a couple of cargo vans there, and they'll take you across the border. It used to be like $20 round trip, which isn't bad.
No, that's not too bad. $20 too.
Because you don't want to drive the big. You don't want to drive the big truck over there because you'll wait in line for a few hours, then you get searched and checked in. It's just too much of a pain to where, you know, you go with somebody else in a van like that. They know who they are. They're like, oh, that's what you did to go on. You're in and out instead of sitting there at the border for a few hours for nothing.
Well, no, exactly. You don't want to be waiting at the border just to then go and have some food for an hour and then come back.
I wish I could go to a bullfight. I miss that, but they don't have them anymore.
No.
That, and you'd hear the horns going dee 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 dee. Every time you hear the horns, you just want to jump up and start doing the salsa or doing the hat dance.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Jesus, it got cold compared to yesterday, Sean.
Yeah, it's 37 degrees here.
Yeah, it's 43. It's 43 degrees here.
That makes no sense. It being colder here.
Oh no!
It's warmer in England than here in Texas. That doesn't make sense.
No, I know. I'm just as confused as you are, Sean. Oh no! Hopefully that's not broken.
Are you're hopping on a bus going somewhere? I remember correctly, right?
Me? No, I'm just walking home.
I thought you were headed somewhere today.
No, I'm not today anymore.
Because I remember if you asked if you're using the train.
Yeah, no, I'm not heading anywhere today. Not anymore.
Yeah, it was like about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was in Laredo. Well, I was in McAllen, and I drove the whole border, and Mimi was in the live stream with me almost the whole time.
Yeah, no, I remember that one. I watched it back.
Because I had to do that to prove to people, look, there's nobody here running across the border. I'm right next to it.
No, there's not. They're literally, because that's what people think. There's people doing that all the time, but there's not.
Because when I was I was with a student at the time when that caravan was supposedly getting across our border. By
Mm.
a miracle, I was there in Tijuana, okay? And they said Tijuana on the news. I was right there. I went with a student. We went across the border into Tijuana, and there
Mm.
was nobody. And we're looking at each other like they're
What?
lying.
Yeah. I know. I love it when the news say that something's happening in this certain area because what was it? They said there was a massive drought here in August this year here, and they said that this lake here is all dried up, and I said, "Oh, that seems very highly familiar. Let me take a 20-minute walk to there." It looked as full as it is now.
Yeah. Well, see,
Yeah, and I took a photo and I sent it to the news, and I said, "Really, this lake's all dried up?"
yeah, I didn't start this. My student did. He had it on his
Hmm.
phone watching the news, and it was the Fox station there in San Diego,
Yeah,
and they were reporting this, and he's like, Sean, do you see any of this going on? I said, there's nothing going. There's a woman
yeah,
walking her dog. That's all we saw. Well, and the
gee,
two border patrolmen, and we showed it to them, and they said, yeah, they're lying. That right
yeah.
there has been recorded at the Mexican southern border by
Oh,
by
okay.
by Colombia and all that. He said, or
Hmm.
by Ecuador and El Salvador. He said that's down there. That's not up here. He said the
Yeah, well,
Mexicans government wouldn't even let him in.
no. And like, what was it? I found out later on that week that that photo of that lake near me was taken in 2016.
Yeah, these
I was
news
there
people,
like,
I don't trust them at
what?
all.
No. No, literally, I sent a photo of that lake as full as it is today, and I said to him, "Really, this lake's all dried up, is it?" And they didn't have an explanation for it. They were there like, "We are sorry about this fake news," and I was there like, "Get Donald Trump here, fake news."
Yeah, and then here comes the religious people. It's a miracle.
Yeah,
No.
no, it's just propaganda bullshit.
Yeah, then we talked to this other guy that he lives there on the border. He's Mexican though, and he said,
Yeah,
yeah, Fox News paid all of us $20 each just to hop over the fence. Because when you
yes,
watch that when you watch the newscast, as soon as they hop over the fence and hit the ground, everybody's just standing around BSing on the other side. If
yep,
somebody jumped the fence and over the border, they're gone. They're running.
yeah, oh yeah. Well, it's like, how many times have you seen like Americans trying to hop over the border to get into Mexico? This is what I want to do as an experiment. I want to go over to France on a banana boat and see what they do. They'd be confused because I'd be the first one to do it. I
Yeah,
would be the first one to do it. They'd be there like, "No, we've never had someone come over this way." Do you know? But
yeah.
well, I just got home and good rhythms to it because it is windy and cold.
Well, the wind makes it colder. Yes.
Yeah, the temperature feel is like 32 here, so
Ellie, yes, I've been by Area 51 a few times, and every time I go by there, I'm just waiting for something to happen, and I'm looking too. My head's
yeah,
moving around, just looking for something, anything. I haven't seen anything.
yeah. I haven't been to Las Vegas, but I've been to Area 51.
Yeah, Darren, if you're in the chat, come on up to the panel. Is the link still there?
Yes, it is. And good morning, Darren. Hope everything
Ah,
is okay in
yeah,
Toronto.
yeah. He stayed up late like I did. I'm surprised he's awake.
Mm. Yeah, well, because you're in Texas, you must be, well, so central.
Yep.
So you must be at 7 in the morning.
Uh huh.
Oh.
There's a lot of weird stories about Area 51. Oh, there you are. You're
Oh,
still with
that
us,
was
Ryan.
me. Yeah, no, my connection dropped because I just came back in, so my Wi-Fi kicked in.
Damn it! I saw the red dot by guest. I thought someone was going to come up, and I clicked on it. There was nobody there. Hello,
Oh,
hello, our life, our world. She's a Filipina, Ryan, and she lived in Thailand as a teacher for a while. Now she moved to Libya.
oh wow.
That's a culture shock
Well,
for
good
her.
morning. Oh,
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you too.
yes,
Did
Merry
you
Christmas.
did you get what you wanted under the tree?
Oh, nice. Finally, that got sorted out.
I already said what I wanted during Blessed Life's live stream during Christmas. I want the woman in red with a bow in my bed. That's a lyric that comes from a real cool hot song.
Mm.
It's called "I Want a Mistress for Christmas."
Yeah.
Yeah, ACDC was the original writers of that, but the girl from Hailstorm did it.
Oh, I love that band,
I want a
ACDC.
mistress for Christmas. Ding, 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 ding.
Wait to hear.
Yeah, our life. I know you like rock and roll. Look that one up. Type it in, "Mistress for
Mm.
Christmas," and then look. There's a girl wearing red and black pants with a long ponytail. Watch that version
Mm.
because I've been trying to get a lot of Panays to do that.
Where is
No, I didn't.
there?
I am being very patient, and I've had a crush on a woman for a very long time. And let me put it in layman's terms where you might understand it better. Imagine somebody having diarrhea for 2.5 years and still holding it in.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Welcome to my world, Sean. No, welcome to
but
everyone's world after Taco Bar.
it's getting to the point where I want to express myself, but I can't out of respect. And there are times you'll hear me in that live stream and I'll stumble on myself like, what the heck is he saying? It's like a word salad and nobody understands it, not even me. What it is my heart wants to talk and my brain is stopping me and it sounds like I'm just stumbling all over myself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Woohoo. Oh, expect snow showers at 6 p.m. Oh, okay.
And then tomorrow it'd be probably 70 degrees and it'll all melt.
No, tomorrow we are expected for thunder snow.
Now that is weird. I've seen it and heard it before.
Yeah, I have. It was very weird.
You're hearing boom. You think a plane breaks the sound barrier. No, it's thunder. And
Yep.
yet it's not raining, it's snowing.
Yeah, but by January 5th, it will be back up into the mid 50s. Ooh.
But anything worthwhile isn't going to be easy. I've always known that.
Oh yeah.
That's why I told all the guys when I first started on YT, talking about the Philippines and the ladies. I said, guys, in reality, it's not easy winning the heart of an Asian woman. It
No.
takes time, and it's not easy. Everybody thinks it's so easy to truly win her heart. Not easy,
Mm-mm.
and that's what I'm trying to do. And it's like, damn, I'm not getting anywhere. It's like I'm stuck in the mud.
Mm. Oh.
Hey, our life, Ryan here is taller than I am, and he's single.
Yeah. Well, that's
And
funny. 'Cause I was just trying to see because apparently my friend said to me, "You're taller in the mornings than when you wake
uh,
up."
yeah,
No,
see,
you're taller in the mornings.
I take pride in having Ryan as a friend because I'm no longer the tallest guy in the room. Ugh.
Well, I was very tempted to try some heels on.
Yes, but look,
But,
our life, Ryan is in the UK. He's not far from you. You're a lot closer to him being in Libya.
mm-hmm. Oh.
As my English friend would say, he's a strapping young lad, but he looks like a skinhead since he shaved his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh.
told someone told me to do that, and I said, "Yeah." Now people come up to me yelling "white power" because when my
Well, I
friends
mean,
did it, we did it to them, and they were like, "Damn, I shouldn't have done that."
no, well, I got called Uncle Fester yesterday.
No, you're
And I
tall like
also,
Lurch. Yeah,
yeah, but then I also got called the boy in the striped pajamas. I was there like, okay, now let's. uh,
Ryan, she's asking you a question, Ryan, in the chat,
oh, so, I'm sorry. Let me just.
and I got to tell you, our life is a beautiful woman too.
Yeah, yeah. No,
When I
I live
first
in
saw
it.
her and learned that she was a school teacher, I'm like, man, she's a naughty teacher. She belongs in the video of Van Halen, "Hot for the Teacher." I
Okay. Good morning.
got a
Cold.
bed, got a bed, got a bed. I'm hot for teacher. I heard you missed us. We're back. I brought my pencil. That was a cool video. I think I was like 12 years old when that came out.
Oh well, that's just fantastic. Here you go, Sean. I'm going to join you in a second. I'm going to drive a truck too.
Oh, you make some good money up there in Maine and all that.
Yeah.
I miss that about our life and Rosalie Green. They were two peas in the same pod. They would get together and do a collaboration, and um, our life looked like Batwoman, and Rosalie Green always wore that mask with her glasses to try to look like
Oh.
Catwoman. But our life was the inaugural what's that word? I can't even say it. The inaugural Halloween Murad Halloween costume contest in his memory. She the
Mm.
first time we had it, me and Darren had it. She was our first winner. I don't
Oh,
remember.
really?
I don't remember who took second or third. I don't remember, but she won it, and I
Mm.
can't remember who won it this year. We had
You can't remember who won it.
yeah, but we had like 3 times more people involved in it this year.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. When you have a lot of people
I
competing, then yeah,
Yeah, I even went to Our Life and I said, "Are you going to defend your title this year?"
yeah.
I think she was busy and couldn't do it.
Well, how if you do it next year? I'll do it, Sean. That'd be fun.
I'm sorry.
If you do it next year, I'll do it as well. That'd be quite fun.
Yeah, but there were some tough competitors. There
I
was one
bet, yeah.
female in particular. I really wish she would have participated. She participated, which was great, but I wanted her to be in.
Yeah.
But man, it was long, Our Life, and we had like 34 people. The first year we only had, I think, 11.
Oh,
But this year
wow.
we had like 34 people show up. Yeah. And that was
Wow, that's a lot.
yeah, it's sad, Ryan, that you didn't know who Murad was. Murad was loved by everybody, and he was a great guy. And every year he'd have that Halloween costume contest. So I went to Darren and said, "Hey, why don't we do this in his memory?" And we did.
Oh, did they pass?
He passed away like 2.5 years ago.
Oh, okay.
He passed away of COVID. That's why
Hmm.
some people that knew Murad get angry at people that like JLB think it was a scandemic, that it wasn't real. I'm like, oh yeah, bring
Yeah.
my friend Murad back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's like there was someone who passed away as well 2.5 years ago who I knew who lived in Las Vegas. He passed from COVID, and whenever people say that COVID was a myth, I say like, okay, bring my friend back to me, and then yeah,
Uh,
let's see.
read the chat for me, Ryan, because she wants to talk to you. Best Cure won this year. Okay, I remember she
Hmm.
competed, but I don't remember if she won or not. We even had children in it. So next year, I think we're going to separate the kids from the adults. We'll do the kids first, and then they can go and play, and then we can do our adult thing. But we're going to separate it. We're going to give the prizes to the kids and separate from the adults.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Oh, it's sunrise now for you then.
Oh yeah, and the sun's down for you, isn't it, or is it still up?
No, it's still up until, well, about 4 o'clock, so a few more hours.
Oh,
Isn't that crazy though to think that in Hawaii, it's when it gets, when it starts to when the sun rises in
it's dark in the
Hawaii,
eastern.
yeah, it starts to set here.
Yeah, only during the spring and summer months is there
Mm,
daylight in the Philippines and here at the same time,
yeah.
which is kind of crazy.
Oh, our life asked where you're heading, Sean.
Oh, Our Life. I'm headed to Nuevo Laredo by the Mexican border. They had me pick this up in our. It's like a junkyard, but I had to pick this loaded trailer up at the yard in Dallas and get it down here to Laredo.
Yeah.
That's why I was bragging. I get to actually eat some real Mexican food.
Yeah.
Because you go down there and try real Mexican food and then try to eat a Taco Bell, you'd be like,
Oh
this
yeah.
isn't Mexican. It says
You will never eat
taco.
Taco Bell again.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that Taco Bell is not allowed in Mexico because they find it disrespectful.
Well, yeah, I would be too. Especially if they were French.
Right, there we go. Yeah, tacos are great.
But I tell you, I'm serious. Our life. If you try a tortilla down there in Mexico, the way
Oh,
they really make it, oh, it's out of this world. Yes, it's
Mexican
like
food has to be one of my favorite foods.
it's like trying to get a plate of pancit over here in the States.
Mm.
Unless you know a Filipina that's going to make it for you, you're stuck with the pancit that's in the frozen food aisle of the grocery store. And when you put it in the microwave and heat it up, it tastes like the box it came in.
Yeah.
And it's like, this isn't pancit. I threw it away. It looks like it, but sure as hell don't smell or taste like it.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, there we go. There we
That's
go.
why.
I'm going to join you, Sean. I'm going to play Euro Truck Simulator 3.
Oh, that's a cool game. The
Yeah.
Love's truck stops in that are called hearts
Mm-hmm.
because of copyright. So they call it hearts instead of it's a Love's truck stop.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of it. It's 7:17 in the morning here. I'm in Central Time Zone, United States.
Yeah. And
I'm 6 hours behind the UK. Now, isn't Libya in the same time zone as you, or no? They're an hour behind ahead of you, right, Ryan?
Who?
Libya.
What? Oh, that's very...
It's just south of you, Libya.
Yeah, it is. Don't know, yeah, probably about an hour before. I mean, I know at the minute in France it would be 2:18, but in
It's
Portugal...
3:18 there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because in France, for some reason, it's 2:18 in France at the minute, but in Portugal, it's the same time for me.
Yeah, she's asking where you're at.
England. The UK.
Just outside of London, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Just outside of London. Not far.
See, our life. What's funny is a lot of the people in their 20s and 30s and some 40s, they want to come to America. For, the people that live over in the UK, but people in America want to go over to the UK. It's really weird.
Mm. Yeah. There we go.
When are you moving to Maine? He's moving to the United States. Our life.
Well, I had another email come through saying that my citizenship is still a go-ahead. So, hindsight, probably by my birthday, so August.
Oh, okay. I thought you would live in South Carolina near your grandparents.
No. I know. A lot of people thought that I would, but no.
It's a lot warmer than Maine is. Maine, that's in the top right corner of the United States.
Yep.
She's asking you, and she's asking why you're moving.
Oh, I'm moving because better opportunities. And there's really not much anything for me over here anymore. No family, so there's no point. There is literally no point to be here anymore.
Yeah, see, you've been on a continent that I haven't been on. Both of you have. I've never been to Africa. That's the only continent I have not been on. I've been everywhere else, though.
Is the USA better to work than you? Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, you got to think that people over here could be paid £7.30, so like only $10 at 23 years old. Do you know? Imagine that.
But
$10 at 23 years old.
our life as a Filipina can get around easier because she's an OFW.
Come to Africa. I was born in South Africa, so I've been. I've been to Morocco. I've been to Western Sahara or Sahara, however you say it. And yeah, so I've been. Oh wow.
Yeah, I just had a thought of our life, our world, dressing up like Jane from the Jungle, the female version of Tarzan. Be like, oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It's really not far. Yeah, I went to Lyon or Lyon, in the Western Sahara, so
Oh yeah, that's why I want to go to Africa. Is I want to go to see the pyramids still standing. But I never got to see that because when
Do you
you
know
see it on
what?
TV and pictures, and it makes it more real when you're there actually looking at it and can touch it.
Yeah, here you go, Sean. You could go to Stonehenge here in England and you can just look at some rocks.
And they still cannot figure out what the heck it is or what it was.
Nope, they can't.
You don't want to go over there, our life, because you're the wrong race. If you were white, you're okay. Any other race, they'll shoot you.
Yeah.
That's why I'll never go to that country ever again because of what I witnessed over there. There was a Palestinian woman carrying a basket of cabbage and some carrots with her small child, which was probably maybe 4 or 5, if that. And these guys at this security station, right there in the road where they're walking, had them stopped, and then all of a sudden they executed them right there in front of everybody. I'm like, this is real. I witnessed that, and when I was in Saudi Arabia, I witnessed a public beheading, and I'm like, I didn't know what was going on until after the fact, and I'm like, I really didn't need to see that. What the heck is that?
Yeah.
But I don't like the people from Saudi Arabia. Fine, the government and the authorities, they're a bunch of pigs, in my opinion.
They are. No. Oh, damn it! You had to pull right out in front of me.
Oh yeah, it's still going on, and my government is sending them more bombs, bullets, and guns, and planes, and everything. And it's like, we're on the wrong side of history, folks. And I like they're doing that, not in my name, because that's genocide. They're just mass murdering women and children, and it's like, no, That Benjamin Netanyahu, if I ever got around him, I'd honk his nose and I'd flip his ears and shit, and then dunk his head in the toilet. And that's being nice. Me, I'd like to grab him and throw him to the people. Say, here you go. They'd hang him. They'd hang him in the middle of the street like they did Mussolini. what they did in Italy to Mussolini in 1945. Well, Our Life in Truth, it's Israel committing genocide. There's no versus Palestinians.
Nope.
Because Israel, and they call it a war. I'm like, this is not a war. This is a one-side genocide. What I mean by that is Israel has all the tanks, all the bullets, all the guns, all the planes, all the bombs. And what does Palestine have? Rocks.
Yeah,
Not much of a fair fight, is it?
Yeah, when you've got to think that, like, Palestine, it's not even like a. I mean, I know it's its own, like, well, little bit of land and stuff, but, like, fucking tiny. You could walk through the whole Gaza Strip within about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's very small.
It's extremely small. It's like, what is it? Lesotho.
If you put it together, it's about the size of Metro Manila. That's how big it is. If you put all the Palestinian territory together, it'd be about the size of Metro Manila.
It's probably about the same size as Hilton Head Island, actually. Maybe a bit smaller.
Yeah, they built it underground so they could smuggle in food and medicine that they need because Israel has surrounded them and they don't let them have access to the water, which they got the beach line right by the Gaza Strip. But if they put a boat in the water, the Israel Navy or the helicopters would just blow it out of the water. Even if they just wanted to go fishing, they would shoot them. They treat these people awfully.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that.
Nope.
And in 1948, what's known as Israel was actually Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
And they just went in and they did the same thing that was done to my two grandparents' ancestry. They were pushed off their land into a reservations and mass murdered. That's a big black eye with the United States. But see, I'm half and half. I'm half European white and half American red. So I'm caught between both. My German grandfather would say, yeah, when I came here to Wisconsin, man, those native girls just could not resist the German sausage. I'm like, damn. And my mom's parents, her dad was a wind talker in World War II and served MacArthur in the Philippines to liberate it. See, they used Native American Indians as radio operators because nobody could translate the language.
Mm-hmm.
And he was one Iron Eyes, my grandfather. He was a wind talker, and he married my mom's mom, and she was from Cork, Ireland. She was a tiny lady. She stood like 4'10", but man, when she yelled at us as kids, she could knock walls down. Yeah, Hamas is not even in the Gaza Strip or in the West Bank.
Nope.
Hamas is made up of a bunch of different Arab groups that they had probably one of their family members were innocently murdered by one of the Israel soldiers, and they're just wanting vengeance. And I tell everybody this: say some invading force comes in, and you're just a civilian, you're not doing anything wrong, and they stand there and they shoot your family in the head. What are you going to want to do? You're going to want to get payback.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
But these bombings, whole families have been wiped out, and that's tragic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, there are literally people just minding their own business, walking around and just getting shot for no reason.
And here's another reason why I don't support Israel. If you punch in Google June 8th, 1967, the USS Liberty, You'll find a
Hmm.
lot of videos of the surviving sailors and Marines from that ship on YT, and they will
Yep.
tell you it was no accident. That was done on purpose. That's why they don't like them either. And the people that say they support our troops and they support Israel, I'm like, you can't support both. If you
No.
support Israel, you're spitting in these sailor and Marines' face, and they didn't do anything that day.
Nope.
When you listen to the entire story, it's like, what the hell? Yes,
Yeah.
and they broke a lot of international laws when doing that.
Oh yeah. Loads.
Yeah, sure. None of us was alive. Neither, I wasn't even alive then either. But still, the facts don't change. And Benjamin Netanyahu was one of the terrorists that did that. Yeah, Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister, he used to be a terrorist. Sort of still is.
Mm. Right.
The closest, I usually don't talk about my military experience, but this happened over in Saudi Arabia. We were looking sharp. We were wearing our OD greens. We had our black Stetson on because being in the cavalry in the United States Army, we were the only ones in the military that wore black Stetson cowboy hats,
Mm.
and we took pride in that Stetson too. And
Yeah.
we were in this food market shopping, and I saw this woman that she had her face covered, but you can see her eyes. But she had the bluest eyes I have ever seen, and they weren't fake; they were real. And I walked up
Yeah.
to her. I said, "I'm like, do you speak English?" She goes, "Oh yeah, very clear English." And I didn't
Mm.
care. I went and I pulled her mask down because I wanted to see her face. She was half
Yeah.
Arab, half German.
Oh really?
Yeah. And she got nervous when I pulled her mask down. She goes, "You're not supposed to do that." I'm like, "It's okay. I'm a captain in the United States Air Cavalry." And then all of a sudden, there's a scuffle behind me. I had an NCO that was a woman that
Mm.
you would not want to tangle with. This woman can hit like a man. I mean, I wouldn't want to tangle with her. That's how she wasn't a butch dyke. A lot of people thought she was, and she wasn't. She was just she was just a badass. She had 5 brothers, and she always had to fight them.
Mm.
But I heard the
Really?
scuffle, and she has a hold of this Arab guy, and I'm like, "Sergeant, what's going on?" Her name was Susie. She goes, "He just tried to stab you with this knife, sir." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" I took my sidearm out. This is the only time I ever threatened somebody's life before. I
Mm.
took my sidearm out and I stuck it in his mouth, and I said, "Whenever we're in this food market, you better make way, or next time I will blow your head off."
Mm.
The whole area got quiet. They thought I was going to execute him right there. And so I put my sidearm back in. Every time we went to that market, everybody just parted the way. But my commanding officers almost had me thrown out of the country because they thought I was trying to get out of serving for Desert Storm. The Desert Storm was a shit show. There wasn't any combat there. The Air Force did everything. They blew everything up. And it's like, why are we here? I want to go back home.
Mm.
Yeah, I was 20 years old when that happened. Shit.
Wow.
I was a captain too. The reason why I made it up the ranks so quick is because I was in military school.
Mm. Oh right. What time is that hospital appointment? 3 o'clock.
But see, Arabs only respect fear,
Mm.
and I did it that day. I admired him for trying to attack me, but doing it from behind with a knife, and it was a shitty one at that.
Mm-hmm.
I I told him, when you and your buddy see us ever coming again, you better make way, or I'll blow your head off. And I was dead serious too. I had never had my life endangered like that before.
Nope.
And I even recommended Susie for an accommodation, and she got it. What's this for? She saved me from getting knifed from behind. And when you save an officer's life like that, you're going to get an accommodation for it. Plus, if I hadn't done that, I would have been like Susie, make an example of him, and she would have kicked his ass right there. It'd be kind of badass seeing a woman in a country that looks at women underneath men like animals, but and yet this woman is whipping that man's ass.
Yeah.
I would have gave him something they never saw before.
Yeah.
And me, I'd have been like, man, I just want to watch.
Yeah.
Be like, ooh, that had to hurt.
Yeah.
But I don't hate anybody, but those two countries I'll never go back to ever again. Saudi
No.
Arabia and Israel. I'll never go back to those countries ever again.
What?
You know, and the treatment of the women over there. I'm like, well, hell, if you're going to treat your women like that, bring them over here. We'll take care of them.
Yeah.
I know a lot of single guys that would love to have a woman like that. You know, bring them over here if you don't want them. You guys can play with each other. But that makes me nervous, you know, knowing our life and Clarina and Alona Tompas. They work, and I know a few others that work in the Middle East like that. And I would hate to see them get treated like shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What the?
Oh, they're working moms? I thought none of them worked, actually. But that's good. At least Libya is not as bad as Saudi Arabia. Oh, that's good. I'm sort of reading the chat, trying to anyway.
Oh,
I glance over, get a few words, look back at the road, and then glance back over.
Pardon me.
Waco, Texas. We ain't coming out.
Waco. What, did you just make it to Waco?
It's right in front of me in the distance. I can see it from here.
Nice.
Oh, they can finally drive. Yeah, but in Saudi Arabia, I don't think they can drive. Women are slowly getting a little bit of rights, or human rights at that. I'm like this, man. If you love a woman, are you actually going to treat them like that? That makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's my woman. She's going to get treated with respect, or I'm going to have some ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but one thing I don't like is our government murdered Omar Gaddafi and set Libya back decades. And the reason why our government did it is because he Libya's currency was not on the IMF. They weren't part of the central banking system. And what they wanted to do is he was wanting to move Libya to the gold standard, what we used to have years and years ago. And if you were on the gold standard, you're not in debt. Well, our government wouldn't allow that, so they had to take out Omar Gaddafi. It had nothing to do with freedom or anybody's rights or anything like that. It had to do with money, and they weren't going to allow Libya to be on the gold standard because everybody would see how much their economy would boom because of that, and all the other African countries would do the same, and it would spread. Because other people like me are looking at other countries and like, well, that's working out well. Why don't we do that here? But we can't do that because then everybody will have access to health care. It's like I thought we were part of the human race. I thought you were Christian, right? And they're like, well, and I'm like, well, my ass.
Yeah.
You're either a Christian, you need to act like one.
What?
Yeah. And if that happened, there wouldn't be any poverty in Libya.
Nope.
If they went to the gold standard, and that country would not have any debt at all.
Oh, shit.
The economy's better now?
Oh,
it was more better than now. Well, I do know this. They eliminated it years and years ago because Gaddafi put an end to it and started bringing Libya into being like a first world country, and our government did not like that. And one thing he ended was the slave trade, and now they went back to that. And that worries me about you is because they find women of extreme beauty and put them in the sex trade.
Yep, they do.
And I'm like, nah, Sounds like you're peeling potatoes.
No, on the Euro simulator.
Well, that's because you're not a narcissist, our life. If our life came up to the panel and showed herself, you'd be like, wow, Brian.
Yeah.
Because to this day, and I've looked, to this day, I still have yet to find an ugly Panay. And I haven't found one. Even when I was over there, I couldn't find one. Because the Asian women are hooked on beauty. It's like that's the golden buzzer prize there. And they're so good at it that it's hard to find an ugly one there in any Asian country.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Well, that's great. I've just lost 5,000 euros. Oh, great.
What happened?
I crashed at 150 miles an hour.
Oh, you're playing that game. That's right.
I crashed at 150 kilometers an hour. So what's that, like 85? Damn it.
150? That's about 85, 90.
Yeah. Damn it.
Because I'm doing 125 right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why is
No,
it? I always find Americans are shocked that England uses miles an hour, not kilometers.
no, we use miles an hour. You guys use the metric system.
No, we use miles an hour as well.
Oh, you do? Y'all must
Yeah.
have changed because, as far as I knew, y'all use kilometers like Canada does.
Nope.
Blessed, yes. Ever since I was a little boy, I've always been attracted to Asian girls, especially Japanese.
Right. There we go.
Hi, Mimi. Hang on one second.
Oh,
Let me post that link. Let me post
what
the link again.
the-
See if it would come up here.
Shit. Oh. Right. I've just crashed again.
There we go. I just posted the StreamYard link. If you guys want to come up, come on. That's the only reason why I make live streams, is to have conversation, or I'd be talking to myself.
Hmm. Oh, you're joking me, me. Fuck's sakes.
Yeah, she never comes up.
No, Sean, there's a reason. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, she lost a family member. I'm sorry to hear that, Mimi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Our Life. You like Mimi's channel. She does something that is almost a lost art. She's a seamstress and works with sewing machines. And I think she makes and repairs her own clothing, which is kind of cool.
Mm.
That's seven
No,
since
no.
August.
That's what the fuck.
7 people? That I've never heard of that before.
No.
Our Life. Your name is Mimi also? I never knew that. Or May. Then to Sherry. Sherry is a nice drink if you can get it.
Yeah, shabby is a very nice one.
It's really sweet. That's why they give you only so little in a small glass.
Hmm.
Yeah, Mimi, I know Our Life for a long time, but she doesn't come on or do live streams hardly anymore. She used to do it all the time. Karaoke. She's karaoke with Rosalie Green.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking horrible, Mimi. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that's actually. Oh, Jesus. Shit.
Yeah, I always
Oh,
hated to be in those shoes, having to be the bearer of bad news like that.
yeah. Shit.
Yeah. It got colder, and it's still getting colder. It's going from 34 to 33 now.
What?
It's just barely above freezing, and I just passed through Waco, Texas.
That's crazy.
Well, there's not a cloud in the sky, and the sun should warm it up down here. Right about here, it's usually typically 60, no less than 65 degrees.
No, I know. It very rarely gets below 65 degrees in Texas. Well, like Amarillo way, yeah, but
Because
not
we're
way.
about where
Yeah.
Florida is. It's like coming to Florida here.
Mm. Oh. Yeah, that's fucking horrible, baby.
Oh, you lost your an aunt,
That's
her,
horrible.
her mom's sister.
Oh, mate. Oh, an aunt, uncle, no. Yeah, like some years are just so shit. It's just horrible when, like it's not even like if it happens more than once, like.
Oh, it's on your husband's side of the family. Okay.
Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Yeah, I only have out of all my aunts and uncles, I only have two uncles left and one aunt. One's not married. Oh, Mimi, I'm headed to Laredo. You remember that was like about 2 or 3 weeks ago? You were in that live stream
Oh,
with me.
sorry, Sean. I'm getting a phone call. Give me a minute.
Sure. Yeah, Mimi, I'm headed to Laredo. Remember, you were with me when I started that live stream in McAllen, rode along the border, and we kept seeing those blimps. That was about 2 or 3. That was 3 weeks ago, wasn't it? I'm guessing. Ugh. I just passed through Waco, where the Branch Davidian assault happened back in the '90s, where all those religious people were in the house, and the ATF assaulted the house. And what started the gunfight was David Koresh came to the door unarmed with his hands in front of him and saying, "Hey, there's women and children here." And a couple of ATF agents that stuck around back were going into this pen, and there were a couple of dogs in there, and they shot the dogs, and that started the gunfight. But the ATF lied and said they started the gunfight. No, the ATF did by shooting the dogs. And it turned into a big mess. And it's like, we don't need to send a bunch of men in with a bunch of testosterone and high powered firearms and with flak jackets when they could have just sent two agents to go knock on the door and say, "Can we talk to David Koresh?" It could have been as simple as that. But no, they wanted to go in guns blazing and everything. No, I haven't seen any blimps yet. I'm not at the border. I'm in like central Texas. It's a big state. Uh, but Waco, where that happened, the Branch Davidian, everybody made the joke that Waco now stands for "We ain't coming out." I mean, hell, I wouldn't either. Oops, got somebody there. Oh, it's Ryan coming back. There we go.
Ooh, I nearly missed my delivery. Jesus, I could not miss that delivery either. Otherwise, I wasn't getting that package until mid-January.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, maybe when I get this load delivered, and if I can find if they still have the busing system that takes us from the truck stop over the border, they usually charge like $20. I'm gonna go get some real Mexican food. None of that Taco Bell crap.
Oh,
Buenos días, niño. ¿Cómo está? Come here with esta tortilla,
hola, ¿cómo
jalapeno.
está? Muy bien. Hola, ¿cómo está, mi
I
amigo?
like I like the looks on their face when they see a gringo eating a raw jalapeno, and it doesn't phase me. Their eyes get real big, and I said, don't worry, I was an essay in a former life. They're like, man, the gringo's got some balls, essay.
Right.
No, I learned that from a friend years ago. He was eating a steak, and he cut a piece of steak. We were having sirloin, and he was chewing the steak, and then he grabbed the jalapeno and then bit into it. And then I tried it, and I'm like, wow, this is really good.
Yeah.
Now, if you've never done it before, yeah, it's gonna light you up.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, damn. But you eventually become immune to it. And when you're seeing everybody burning up, you're like, what's wrong with them?
Mm. Oh, for God's sake, I've just been flashed by a speed camera. I've been fined €90. Oh. These graphics are really bad in this game, Sean, because I'm pretty sure you can't get a truck to go 190 kilometers an hour like I'm doing.
No, I don't think there is. You can't get it. Years ago, one of the older model trucks from like from 1980 and older, those trucks can go pretty fast. But a truck today, top speed of a truck normally now is only about 110.
Yeah, it's about 70, isn't it? 70 miles an hour.
No, 110 miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what kilometers that would be.
No. Yeah, because I know 62 miles an hour is 100 kilometers, so it would be. Yeah, about 200. No, 190. I don't know.
Oh,
No,
and
100 like 220.
I forgot this. Ryan came into this live stream shortly after I started it, and Ellie was here. I think you saw it, Ryan, where that tornado hit about, I know it was at least 10 years ago in Dallas.
Yes.
And it was on the news. And I posted the link, was the first thing I put in the chat was the link to a video that would have showed you that I was there when that was going on. I was at the Flying J. It's right next door to that yard. And I was seeing those trailers flying. Now, these trailers weigh 15 to 20,000 pounds. And they're flying through the air like toys. And it's like, whoa. Oh, there's another one. It's like hundreds of feet up in the air and going across the highway. And it's like, whoa. And also on this highway, I have to get closer to Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
To my left, right off the highway, is where the big house where it was filmed of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies.
Oh wow!
Not the classic, the newer ones. It was that big dark gray farmhouse. That land here in Texas, they take trespassing very seriously.
Oh yeah,
and a lot of them are just begging to shoot somebody. But they put by the driveway. It's a long driveway. There's a gate, and the sign strictly says you can take pictures, you can do whatever you want, but do it from the roadway. Do not come on our property. Also, Fast and Furious 8 was filmed here on this interstate. right before you get it. I was headed southbound like I am now, and it was right before I got into Austin, and it was backed up, and we were stuck there for like 3 hours. I thought it was a major accident. They said, no, driver, they got done filming a movie here. Like, what?
Mm.
What movies were they filming? And they had to pay some good money to hold up interstate, commerce like that. And
Oh yeah.
a flatbed trailer with a tarp on it was headed northbound, and I saw it, and it had the shape of an 8, and it was tilted. And I'm like, the way they shaped the number, it was like that. This is Fast and Furious 8, in which
Yeah.
they had already said there wasn't going to be any more because that dude died. I can't remember his name.
Paul
But they ended up,
Walker.
but yet they still kept filming them.
Mhm. Yeah, do you know Paul Walker died in 2013, over 10 years ago now. Was, I think, like the last day of November 2013. I can't believe it's been that long.
I mean, they could have continued it on. He had an identical twin brother. Just bring him in.
Yeah.
Like Linda Hamilton, that played in the Terminator movies.
Yes.
She has an
yeah.
identical twin sister, and they used her a couple of times. Oh, excuse me.
That's all right.
Identical
Oh
twin
my
sister.
god, I've just been flashed by another speed camera. Are you joking? I'm not doing anything. Well, I am on the other side of the road.
What, you got the police chasing you?
Yes. No, well, they're pulling me over. I might not stop. I don't care. I don't care.
Don't stop. Keep going. Let's see what happens.
No, I'm not.
That's what I'd do. It's like Grand Theft Auto. Let's see what happens. I'm going to keep going.
Oh,
Now,
no,
in real
now
life,
they
I
are.
would stop.
No, they are. They're trying to pit stop me. They're trying to go into my side and make me swerve. No, I'm not. I'm not stopping. Leave me alone.
Okay, right here to my left, about 3 miles to my left here, that's where the Branch Davidian grounds is still at, where the where their property was, and it started a fire and everybody got cooked in the inside.
Oh shit, baby. Well, I'm sorry again.
Yeah, she had to step away because her husband came home.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see her again in chat for a few days.
But what's happening? All of her family members are passing away. What's going on?
I don't know.
Natural causes? What's going on?
I don't know, Sean. I don't ask these things, but no. All right, fine. I'll pull over. I'll pull over. Right. Hello, sir. Yeah. Piss off. There you go.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that in real life, though. I'll tell you that much.
Maybe. Oh. There we go. Right, if I pulled in here. No, they found me. Great. And now I've been arrested. Sweet. Well, that's just great. Since when did Euro Truck Simulator allow you to run from cops? before you could only just drive the truck and that's it.
Is it like Grand Theft Auto?
No, it's just like you just drive trucks to across Europe. Well, it's called Euro, and then
Oh,
you
it's
deliver.
Europe.
Yeah, Euro truck.
Yeah,
Euro truck.
I didn't know that. I seen the simulator. It was the United States.
Oh, they must have one like that then as well. But yeah, no, this one is Euro truck.
What is it on your PC or gaming system or what?
Gaming system.
Wait, you got PS5?
No, Xbox X.
Is that the newest version of the Xbox?
Yes. Yeah.
How many versions of the Xbox do they have out now?
I don't know either. They've got that many. There's loads. Do you know what?
The last,
I'm going to switch to GTA 5.
the last platform I ever bought was the PS3,
Oh wow!
and the only reason why I bought the first PlayStation when it first came out, the first PlayStation, the only reason why I bought it is because I was hooked on Resident Evil and the NHL Face-Off. And the NHL Face-Off, NHL hockey game.
There we go. Let's switch to GTA 5. There we go.
And then Madden was purchased by PlayStation because Sega, I don't know what happened to that company, but it went to crap. When they made the Sega Genesis, they were outperforming Nintendo. And it's like, what happened to Sega? When PlayStation came out, that was the end game. The PlayStation destroyed them all. But and yet Nintendo was still there.
Right. There we go. Oh, what time is it? 10. Yeah, Sean, I've only got a few more minutes because I've got a hospital appointment at 3.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody else is coming. And everybody had left, so I'm just going to end then if you're going to drop down. I've gone for an hour and a half. Pretty good.
That's not bad. Yeah, no, if I hadn't have had to go to this hospital thing, then I would have been on a lot longer, but I've missed the last 2 appointments, so I can't really miss this one, because otherwise they start charging you.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll end it here, guys. Thanks for coming, Aaron. Thanks for everybody else in the chat. If you're still there, thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. All right, bye-bye. Got nothing but love for you, honey. Got nothing but love for you.